This is Dan from the Rebel Gaming Club, and you're watching Rate My Junk. Rate my junk. Rate my junk. Welcome to Rate My Junk, Episode 8. This is my variety pickup show. This is when I go out thrifting. I collect all kinds of stuff. Books, DVDs, tapes, you name it, I collect it. And what happens is, you guys at home and our special guests, you're going to check out each item that I have. At the end, you rate it. You rate the whole thing. I initially was rating each individual item. Now, as a package, I like to rate it that way. Our guest this week is a fellow YouTuber and a fellow video game collector, and one of my favorites, and that is Smash JT.
Hey, what's up, guys? Today I got my daughter Audrina with us. Can you say hello, Audrina? Hello. What you got for us, Dan?
JT. We got a bunch of stuff, so we're just going to get popping on this because there is a lot to get through. First up, we got a DVD. I got the complete second season of Project Runway. Don't be judging. Don't be judging. I watched like the first 3 or 4 seasons of this show, and actually I was a fan of it. I'm a sucker for really shitty reality, and this is right up there. Smash JT, the wife forced you to watch this ever?
Project Runway, not really familiar with that one. Although my wife does make me watch a lot of crap on MTV and I think TLC, like Married at First Sight and 16 and Pregnant. Yeah, it's not very fun.
Next up, we found a box set that was missing one disc, but I couldn't believe that this popped up at my thrift store because I had just looked for it the night before on eBay, and it goes for around $40, $40 to $50, believe it or not. And that is the Charlie Chaplin Collection Volume 1. As you can see, it has the 4 movies. It has Limelight, The Gold Rush, The Great Dictator, and Modern Times. The Great Dictator is the one that was missing out of the lot, and I was able to find that for about $9 on eBay to complete the set. I love Chaplin. JT, you a fan?
Charlie Chaplin, you know, I'm not too familiar with him. I've always wanted to watch his stuff, but the most I really know about that kind of silent slapstick stuff is when a video surfaced a couple of years ago on YouTube with a lady walking in the background talking on her cell phone like she was a time traveler. That alone interested me in it.
From 1928, this is a movie premiere for Charlie Chaplin's The Circus. And you see the woman walking in the background with her hand to her ear. We're trying to zoom in so you can see it here. There's a woman talking on a cell phone. But wait, cell phones didn't exist 82 years ago.
We found a season 1 of Elf. I don't know if there was a slip cover for this or whatnot, but that's all good. It's Elf. I wanted the first season because I think that's all I'd really want to watch anyways. And yeah, so I got it. You a fan of Elf? You must have watched it back in the day like I did.
Dude, I watched the hell out of Elf, and yes, I'm a huge fan of Alien Life Form. Except that Sega version. Ooh, that game was terrible.
And to go along with that, the girlfriend found this lunch tray. Pretty cool, right? What is this? 1987. Let's do lunch. How about yours? Can't beat that, right? It's got some dings on it, but for the most part, the art's all intact. JT, remember these lunch trays?
Do you remember those lunch trays? You do? I don't think so. I think they were before your time. Yeah, dude, that is an awesome lunch tray. Perfect to serve roast cat.
We snagged some laser discs from my buddy Nick Grandchamp. He hooked it up. He had some extra copies of Cliffhanger and also Airplane. So my Laserdisc collection is starting to grow. Now I just need a player, which I've had no luck hunting one down yet. JT, you get down with the Laserdiscs?
Dude, I'm totally down with Laserdiscs. I feel like those were way ahead of their time and also went extinct way earlier than they should have. My experience with them was back in school when they used to show like educational programs on them, and I felt like it was such a waste of a disc when they could have put an awesome movie on those.
So we found some CDs. Once again, this is one of the days that a bunch of new CDs came out, because I could tell, because this is all quality stuff. It hadn't been picked through. And it's all synth pop stuff from the 80s. Like, we got New Order right here. Some of these albums I know, some of them I don't. Like this New Order album from 2005, Waiting for the Siren's Call. I do not know. Yaz, You and Me and Both. This is from 1983. We got Very by the Pet Shop Boys. I mean, that's just a really cool case right there. It's all textured on the front. We got Dazzle Ships by OMD. We got New Order, Get Ready, Reprise. Yeah, I'm not familiar. I'm not familiar with a lot of the synth pop that was made after 1989. We got Permanent, Joy Division, 1995. We got OMD, History of Modern. We got a classic, Joy Division, Unknown Pleasures. We got the Pet Shop Boys, The Hits. We got the Best of Yaz. So JT, bunch of CDs here. What do you think? Growing up in the 80s as a kid, you'd hear a lot of this synth pop on the radio. I don't know if you're a fan. I mean, obviously Pet Shop Boys, you must have heard of. New Order, you must have heard of. I mean, I guess the Joy Division and Yaz and stuff like that, and OMD is a little more obscure. Let me know your thoughts on the synth pop.
I'm going to be honest, dude. I don't know very much about synth pop as far as specific artists and song titles and what their CDs were. But I do love the music. But as far as those CDs go, I'm not very familiar with them at all. Do you like synth pop? Yes. Yeah, I mean, we like it.
Next up, we got some records. First up, we got Numbers by Cat Stevens. I'm a huge fan of Cat Stevens. I'm hoping that you're going to say you are too. This is a great album right here. Teasers and The Fire Cat. This has The Wind on it, which is probably one of his biggest songs. Cat Stevens, you a fan?
You know, I am a big fan of Cat Stevens as far as the songs that I've heard of from him, like Peace Train and Wild World. But I'm not too familiar with his entire library, so I do love his music from what I've heard, and I should give a listen to more of it.
We picked up Walt Disney Presents: The Story of an Incredible Journey. So I collect these Disney records, and I had never seen this one before, and I just love that cover art. And the last find on the record front was Inca Babies. Yeah, it's going to be a stretch. I'm going to say you've probably never heard of these guys, with an album called Opium Den. These guys are like kind of dark goth rock, very much in the vein of Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
The movie, I believe, Disney made was really good. It's been a long time since I saw it, if that's what it was titled, but it was something along those lines. And yeah, I'd be all game for that record as well. As far as the Inca Babies, I don't know anything about that one.
All right, JT, we're on to the last pickup of this week, and probably the best pickup that I've had yet on this show. So the girlfriend was out. She found this for $3.75. And it's all complete. It's all there. and that is Fireball Island. Just look at it. JT, I could not believe that she found this. This is one of those items that I don't know if you had this as a kid, but I certainly did. My family did. And we played the shit out of it. I don't think we ever actually played the game, but you just set it up and roll the marbles down and knock people off. But now I can play it as an adult and maybe make some sense of it. JT, Fireball Island?
Dude, under $4 for Fireball Island? Yeah, I'm sold on that one. I used to play that when I was a kid with my brothers as well. And yeah, same situation. We just roll the ball and try to hit stuff with it. It was similar to Mousetrap in a way, where the game itself kind of lacked a little bit of entertainment, but there was like one part of it that made it all worthwhile. And yeah, I think that's an awesome pickup.
All right, I know I said that was the last thing, but I lied. I also found some cards at my local card shop. Yeah, baseball card shop. We had one growing up. We had a couple in the area. They've been out of business for years now. And these two guys around my age just opened up a new shop. So I went in to check it out because I had so much nostalgia, going into my old shop years ago when I was a young teen. So I bought some cards to support him. I got this Michael Jordan Upper Deck baseball card here. I picked up an autographed Glenn Robinson card. I don't know if you're a fan of basketball, but Glenn Robinson's pretty good. And then one of the Fab Five members from Michigan, I got a Ray Jackson autograph card. Smash JT, baseball cards, autograph cards. You a fan?
You lied to us. You said that Fireball Island was the last one, Dan. But he's got baseball cards and basketball cards, and they're autographed. What do you think about those?
I don't.
You don't know?
I don't.
Well, I will tell you, Dan, I was a huge baseball card collector back in the day. Almost to the point of thinking I would not have to work at all in my life and I could just retire off my savings from selling baseball cards. And yeah, I think that Michael Jordan one is probably going to be worth the most out of everything there. That's an awesome card. Like, fantastic card. I'd be all about that one as a collector. Glenn Robinson, I mean, yeah, I'm a big basketball fan as well, having it signed. And then the Michigan State signature. I mean, good stuff. But the Michael Jordan one playing baseball, that really stands out.
All right, JT, it's that time. You saw my junk. What's your impression? And give me a rating, 1 to a 10. 10 being the best, 1 being the worst. All my junk.
We're going to be honest here, Dan. Before that Michael Jordan card came out, I was kind of thinking it was going to be like a 6 or a 7, but that kind of pushes it up to an 8 or a 9. So let's go with an 8.5. The Fireball Island, the Michael Jordan card, and the Alf tray. I mean, awesome stuff, dude. Awesome stuff. I can't really argue with that. I give it a solid 8.5 out of 10.
Guys, thank you so much for watching this week. Special thanks to my guest, Smash JT.
Dan, thank you so much for having us on. This was an absolute blast, dude. Can you say bye-bye?
Bye-bye.
Can you wave? Bye-bye. Wave one more time. Bye-bye.
Go check his channel out. It's in the descriptions down below. And until next week, guys, rate my junk.
Don't pick your nose. You're on camera. Do that like Daddy. Pick your nose before you turn the camera on.